When analyzing Stanley Kubrick's 1980 film The Shining in conjunction to Martin Scorsese's 2011 film Hugo, one may think that because of their radically different subject matter, that the films utilize polar cinematic techniques. However, when the viewer takes a closer look, they notice that Scorsese and Kubrick each employ the use of tracking shots, though they are used to create vastly different narrative effects. First, let's look at Scorsese's Hugo. Near the end of the film, Scorsese utilizes a long take tracking shot to depict the various guests at the party and wrap up their stories. The medium shot remains at eye level for much of the time, apart from the detail shot of the station inspector's leg and Isabel's book, which you'll be able to see on screen shortly. To capture this, Scorsese uses a Steadicam. This scene serves as the denouement, or the resolution, for the film, as it resolves all the character stories and wraps up the movie with a happy ending. This ending could have been done in various ways, such as each character receiving their own scene and then cutting these takes and putting them together. Instead, Scorsese chose to have one continuous take, thus intertwining all the characters together. This creates a sense of unity, as if all the principal characters are now bonded, giving the effect that they have all been touched by one another and the events of the film. It also gives closure to the character Hugo, as he is now no longer alone and has a family of sorts to turn to. In contrast, Kubrick utilizes the use of Steadicam earlier in his film and for different narrative reasons. Kubrick uses it to film Danny as he rides through the hallways of the hotel on his three-wheeler. This scenario is repeated throughout the film, giving emphasis to Kubrick's stylistic choice, which at the time was innovative because Steadicam technology was brand new. The shot, like the one in Hugo, is medium and is at eye level to Danny, which is done to center and focus the attention of the viewer on Danny and make the viewer feel like they are experiencing his perspective. Unlike Hugo, however, the Shining Steadicam tracking shot is used to create an eerie atmosphere. Kubrick uses it to establish an ominous, creepy tone that will permeate throughout the film. One watches Danny traipsing through the halls of the hotel, and, with conjunction to the diegetic noises of Danny's bike thumping along its way, is made to feel uneasy and is thus aware that something is off about the hotel. It is almost as if it is used in a way to foreshadow the horrible events that occur later in the film and the fact that not everything is right with Danny's family. These two shots, Hugo's ending scene and the shining scene of Danny on his bike, both utilize the Steadicam to create a tracking shot, but produce different narrative effects. This proves the notion that just because films have varied subject matter, it does not necessarily mean that the director used different film techniques to establish different narrative effects.